Hi, and welcome again to this little snippet from today. What I wanted to talk about today was the beauty of our metric system. Our metric system that's based on a base 10 positional system of 10 of something equaling 1 of another, and also this part where that position within that hundreds, tens, units repeating pattern is what determines a value. You know, I've just been looking at imperial measure and seeing within imperial measure where, for example, you've got inches that can be divided into 16 equal parts, or 8 equal parts, or 4 equal parts, or 2 equal parts. So that inch, then if you've got 12 of your inches, you can have 1 foot, or 12 inches is actually referred to in imperial measure as 1 foot. Then when you go from feet to yards, you've got 3 feet that make up 1 yard. So just figure that in terms of how a student approaches that and how simple or how it's not so simple for a student to be able to understand those different bases. The 16 equaling 1, the 12 equaling 1, the 3 equaling 1. So once again, if we go 16ths of an inch, if we've got 16 of those, or 8 eighths, or 4 fourths, or 2 halves, then we've actually got a whole inch. If we've got 12 inches, we have 1 foot. If we have 3 feet, we've got 1 yard. So those measures that get bigger and bigger. The beauty of our metric system is that it is founded on our base 10 decimal system, where 10 of something equals 1 of the other. And this is where we brought in languaging, where, as you might have seen in the training or when you've done any work with myself, where we actually look at the etymology of these prefixes, like the prefixes that are used for numbers less than 1, and the prefixes from a different language that are used for numbers that are greater than 1. So once we teach that, and this is the piece of teaching clearly, explicitly, and accurately to a student, where we teach the etymology and we show with the consistent manipulative this foundational understanding of our base 10 decimal system. And once we can teach in a hands-on concrete way that understanding, and we can bring in this part when we're looking at measure of, you know, the centi, the deci, the centi, the milli, less than 1, or the deca, the hecto, the kilo, more than 1, that when we introduce those pieces and sort of give an understanding of where they even came from, why did we even choose those languages to bring into the language of maths, then we can actually see that maths is this awesome communication tool, and that the metric measure system is the most efficient and makes understanding so much easier for our students. So just want to give a cheers out for choosing metric measure, and that imperial measure has a place. We want to understand it, but we're so grateful that we're not using that as a standard for life. See you tomorrow.